Okay, 5 minutes left, so this is clearly going to be the cliffhanger that is going to leave us wanting more. So I'm expecting a jump or some kind of curious secret to be revealed. Oh, I've got a feeling it's got something to do with this fucking cupboard. Homemade brownie, by the way. That's why I asked about fucking electronics. Why didn't I see that coming? It's a fucking horror film free-for-all. I swear to God, if he says Igor, he's alive, I will do nothing. The jump has got to come from this scene. Ah! Oh! Did I really need to see that? This jump is definitely coming from Frankie. I don't want this jump. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. No, 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 no. This scene, all the notes. Would he actually turn on his own master? Where's that blood come from? Why does he look familiar? Why is he looking up? That's nice. well done. Oh, well done. Well done. That was very, very well executed. Okay, so there's something I'm going to quickly just check. No, it's not. I thought it was a part of HBO, but it's not. Okay. Oh, let me turn this off.
Defending champion.
Okay, so I'm kind of glad that they've gone the whole Walking Dead. My mouth is salivating because that fucking brownie is money, and it doesn't have vanilla in it. But I like the idea of they've gone for the Walking Dead route. In fact, Pretty Little Lies does this very well as well, whereas it creates enough tension to make you feel uneasy, but because unlike films, TV series, particularly big big productions have so much time and money to simply just take their time and sort of let these characters just grow within themselves, grow within the time that they're accounted for. Now, bearing in mind that this is only just one series, and I believe it's halfway through the second series that TV shows get renewed. But in some cases, particularly in the UK, we find that there are smaller episode bulks. So there's like 4 to 6 episodes. And then as soon as the series is finished, and then they say, oh, okay, we'll renew this series. But with the States, the one that I can think of off the top of my head is My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. It was halfway through season 5. Excuse me, halfway through season 4 that they announced that there's going to be a season 5, but it's coming next year. So I think what they did with that first episode, I don't know if it's the pilot or not. Usually with these American shows, I tend to see pilots before the actual episodes, and then we kind of go into it. But there were some wonderful moments with the direction and the camera work, and you know, as I was saying, I kept feeling that there was going to be the characteristics of normal horrors being overused, which is like the what did I call it? I think I called it like the flash shot, where you look one way, you look that way, there's nothing there. You look that way again, you look there, and there's something there. That didn't happen in this episode, but I'm not going to completely rule out that it's not going to happen. But the way that the camera was working in this way, it kind of, I kept saying, oh, it's going to happen, and it never happened. It never came. I got a really strong vibe of Wes Craven's Scream, in the sense of that the fact that it's set in Victorian London is a creepy enough thing. Is a creepy enough environment to place a series like this in. I fucking forgot my point. I mean, I'm shaking. I mean, I think the point is that it's creepy enough as it is without having to jump every fucking 5 minutes. We only had three or four jumps in a 45-minute show, which is good actually, because you did get a sense of that. That's what they were going for, but it's more. It seems that it's more story based than character driven. Obviously, we saw Frankenstein towards the end there. We have vampires, but we're yet to confirm whether it's Dracula. It probably is. There was a guy that looked like Nofu, whatever his fucking name is, the original vampire. Or is that the same person? Again, research. God, there's so much things I need to research, but I don't know if I can be bothered. So there's the lovers as well. I really don't want Josh and Eve's characters to hook up. But what I should check out is whether those characters, how important those characters are. More so with the Josh Hartnett character, because if he's built as a With, that kind of strikes me as he's a big name, but he's not necessarily a big game. His character is not going to be overly important in this series. You know, as we see with 24, they have Michelle Fairley, who I believe is scheduled for the majority of 24 Live Another Day, but she's not billed for all of it. So there's a number of things that could happen there, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a number of things that could happen, particularly more so with the introduction of that Michelle's character has a daughter, and her daughter has a husband. But there's some really, really nice touches. I love the colour used all the way throughout. There's there's something really airy about colours generally used in London, Victoria. I'd love them to do like a podcast of the shows. Just not so much talking about the characters, not so much talking about the storylines, but more or less the urban legends of these characters, the urban legends of Victorian London. I'm expecting to see a lot of references to melancholy, medicines and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested, but I'm watching that and I'm shitting myself all the time because I'm a fucking coward. I mean, it's taken me 3 or 4 years to make a follow up to Paranormal Activities. I still haven't seen the second one. I don't know if I'm actually ever going to sit down and watch the second one. But there's certainly a lot. There's certainly a lot to work with here, and it's in a relatively a truthful environment. Whereas with Game of Thrones, it's what is it 12 houses in this fantasy realm of there's nothing to suggest that there could have been dragons. You know what? That's next out. But to be honest with you, I'm really impressed with the colours, the art direction. I'm really impressed with the camera work, and the sound editing. My God, I mean, I've got a 5.1 setup here, and there were just bits that I could I didn't want to look at what I could hear, and it just made me feel so much more uncomfortable. And I'm going to shut up now because my battery's dying. But yeah, if you don't know this channel, I am Evan McCaber. I am a polyamorous Asperger's syndrome actor. I've been acting for 10 years, and my training has been with East 15 Acting School, the University of Salford. I've worked with National Theatre, I've worked with the BBC, I've worked with Channel 4, just learning my trade and picking up things as I go along. I'm not hired by anyone, these are just my thoughts, which they may sound like ramblings, and this is another reason why I don't want to go into training, teaching rather, because I talk bollocks, but in my mind it makes sense. I also have a blog, it's called The Black Sheep Brigade, which is a lifestyle blog for anyone who just feels out of the loop. As I said, I'm polyamorous, and I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism, but some of my friends are gay, some of my friends are transsexual men and women, and some of my friends, including myself, suffer from mental illness, i.e. depression and anxiety. I still work as a voice actor, I still work as an actor, only I take photo or video work at the moment. I work a lot on Fiverr. I also have a blog for that. It's called The Fox What, which is also my name on Twitter. And that is it. I am going to think of the ponies. The ponies. I'm also a brony. Like, comment, and subscribe. And in future, I will be watching Penny Dreadful with my pants off and in a potty, because it will save me shitting my pants.